Hi. Life feels completely out of sync and off kilter. This grief journey is so unpredictable. Grief doesn't follow any rules, no schedule. It just barges in at the most random and unpredictable of times. Grief is the unruly, untamable, ill mannered child. Middle of the day, yeah, a random song in the grocery store. Surprise, cue the tears. Grief doesn't care if you have a conference call, a meeting, an appointment, or anything else scheduled for that matter. That is what life is now like. Well, at least it is for me anyway. I'm Yolanda Elise. This is Do It Anyway. So, let's get into it. I am now relearning everything. The world and life as I once knew it is now somewhat an unfamiliar place to me. It seems like every kind of wrong without her, my mom, and my dad here. I am not the same person that I was before their death. Small talk, family functions, group outings with friends. There are days that these all feel like work because of the tremendous effort that sometimes I have to make just to appear okay. Day to day normal activities and things now can sometimes seem very draining. And I'm finding that sometimes this is very exhausting on some days. I'm trying just to rejoice in the pause, the moment when the grief isn't invading my very existence. Steadily, I realize that I am becoming a new version of me. Yet, I still try to be true to the woman that my mother raised me to be, the woman that she had witnessed and saw, the woman she saw raising her granddaughter, the wife that she saw. Um, I like to refer to her, as I have in previous episodes, as the Evolution 2.0. What about you? How has your life changed? When you look in the mirror, the reflection that looks back at you. Of course, that's not the you used to be. But who is that? Do you even recognize this person? How do you feel about this new person? And have you embraced the changes that now have occurred in your life and in you? I think that we so desperately want to go back and stay the person that we once were. Because in this grief journey, we realized that while we did say our goodbyes or our see you laters to our loved one, we also unwillingly said goodbye to a part of ourselves that will never return. And this adjustment, it can be quite a roller coaster with many twists, many turns. There are good days, not so good days. There will be hard moments, there will be soft moments, feelings of suffocation, like we can't even breathe, struggling to make it just from 1 minute to the next without completely falling apart. On the outside, we're functioning, but on the inside, we are barely holding on. We struggle to understand how someone who meant so much to us had such a profound presence and impact on our very lives, who shaped us, can now be reduced to only our memories, voicemails, and some photographs. How do we go on and live our lives without them? We struggle to be present in the moments when all we want to do is stay in the old moment because that's where they still reside. How do we find a balance? How do we make ourselves available emotionally, mentally, and physically for the celebrations, the graduations, the birthdays, the weddings, the holidays, when they're no longer here to celebrate with us. Now, for me, that has been a struggle. While I desperately have wanted to be 100% engaged and present, and I really found that I experienced this during my daughter's graduation from high school. I was very happy. I was beyond proud. But there was something, or should I say someone's missing. When I moved her into the dorm, while happy that my baby was going off to college to do great things. And I know that we had discussed this. We had planned this out, and my mother was very much a part and very much involved in the process. So involved up until less than 24 hours before her passing. She was still talking about coming up for graduation and things she had planned to do for Janai when she went off to college. Now I'm struggling as we prepare for my sister's wedding in less than 6 weeks. How can I be present 100% knowing how much she wanted to be there? I've struggled with being happy in those moments when the days that I should be celebrating, when days are through and I get home, and then in my quiet time alone, I sometimes just break down because guilt comes over me like a wave. Like, how dare I be happy? How dare I celebrate? How dare I enjoy these moments when she's not here? I don't miss her if I'm enjoying a moment. I don't miss her if I'm not crying. I don't miss her when I laugh. It's been a journey, but this is my life now. This is grief. Now, while every grief journey does not look the same, how about you? What are some things that you're struggling with? Do you have feelings of guilt? Do you avoid celebrations and holidays and family events because you feel that you're betraying them if you go and if you celebrate, if you smile, if you laugh, if you dance? I'm learning that I can laugh and still long for her. I can smile and I can still cry because I miss her. I can celebrate and be present in the moment, and it is not a betrayal to her. How do you feel? Do you realize and recognize that you're able to do some of the same things and it not be a betrayal to them? That it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you've forgotten them. And it doesn't mean by far that you don't miss them. I'm Yolanda Elise. I hope that I'll see you next week on another episode of Do It Anyway.